Welcome back to SwitchCorner. Today we're going to be taking a look at my favourite deals covering the Switch eShops in the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Now as always, this one is any price goes, so if you're looking for the more budget side of things, do check out my sub $10 edition from Thursday, because most of those deals, they are still live right now. Then as always, I do have two winners to announce for two $10 eShop gift cards from last week's video, and of course if you do want a chance to win in next week's video, simple as always, just drop a comment down below and that's it. So with that luck, hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here, join our growing family and let's get started. So things are starting to wrap up from the huge November and December sales. My wallet is grateful, and this week's video a little bit more chill than normal. Some good deals still, but not quite living up to, what we've seen this last couple of months. But there was, room for a couple of budget options too, at least. So kicking us off, I am going to be going super budget with Metal Slug X from the Neo Geo collection. It's back on sale, it's 50% off, and it's only the second sale we've ever seen. It's been about probably maybe 6 months now since I've seen it as well. This is basically though an update of the second game. They call it a remix spin-off, but it basically takes that game but then uses the Metal Slug 3 engine. This is a better experience than the second game though, and the visuals, the music, the tight gameplay, it just feels absolutely right at home on the Nintendo Switch. Next up, a US exclusive Cobra the Karate Kid Saga. This was just on sale in the UK, EU and Australia, but it finally reached this side of the pond, and honestly it's a game that's so much better than I honestly ever expected. The only thing I would say, it was definitely at launch overpriced, but this 50% off deal, it goes a long way to correcting that. It's a side-scrolling brawler though that has a ton of content, so think like characters, power-ups, 2-player local co-op, and it just absolutely does this series justice thanks to the soundtrack and then the original voice actors being included. So not something I normally do here, but a game I have no real interest in picking up myself, nor have I played the series, but Omega Labyrinth Live. Wanted to give it a quick shout out though, because I know the series, it has its fans, and 54% off here, an absolutely solid deal. Come here though if you want fan service infused dungeon crawling. Won't be for everyone, but those that are curious, it is for sure a good price. So while I'm on the more out there, a pickup for me in a video a couple of months back now, Groove Coaster YY Party, and it is incredible. Not cheap, I paid this same price with 25% off, but I've been returning to it now ever since, and yeah, real big fan. It's a rhythm game, this one, like any in the genre. It can be as easy or hard as you want it to be, and it just has a ton of content from single player to 4-player local play to control where you shake the Joy-Cons instead of the traditional, button inputs. Then it just has a ton of playable characters and a huge selection of tracks with a particular focus for sure on J-pop. Music fans though, take a look at reviews, see if you can justify the price points. So Dead by Daylight is a rough port on the Nintendo Switch, and I go back and forth between whether it's worth it on the Switch given it's on nearly every other platform. This is a good price though, like 50% off, but this is also my word of warning. If you have another option to play it on, so think PC, PlayStation, Xbox, then definitely head there. That said though, it's still a fantastic game that's all online. It's 1-player controlled killer versus 4 players, and I'm an absolute addict honestly. You basically search these maps, either killing everyone or activating 5 generators to escape, but that's at the kind of like the very base level. Then all the DLCs, they're also on sale too with 40% off, and there you're going to find everything from Ghostface to Evil Dead to Silent Hill to Stranger Things to Leatherface. If you want to jump on this one though, do be quick, it expires on the 11th. Alright, so run and gun fans, check out Valfaris, which is an extremely metal take on the run and gun genre, a spiritual sequel to Slain. This one just improves in nearly every single area. It's tough as nails, landing on this alien planet and just trying to survive, but I had an absolute blast with it, and I just love the overall pixel artwork style they went for. If you're in the UK, EU or Australia, sadly this deal is not available, but the double pack throwing in Slain as well is, so I've put the price for that one above for you all there. Alright, so our first winner of the week, and it's going to J. Oscar Polanco, who pointed out the quality of the Sniper Elite series. He first learnt about it on the Incredible Funhouse channel and became a follower from Fee 2. Great games that were on sale last week, but sadly that deal is over. Congrats to Oscar, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, we do still have a second winner coming up later in the video. But of course, first as always, let's take a look at just a few more games. So my personal pickup of the week, Fishing Star World Tour. I've had my eye on this one for a while, and I'm finally going to be jumping in with the current 40% off. Reviews, they just always seem to rave about it, and one review that particularly caught my attention, it was from JP Switch Mania, who said even non-fishing fans will have an absolute blast. And I gotta say, I trust JP's info, so I'm definitely rolling with it. For those that don't know JP, you can find him over on Twitter, Facebook, nearly everywhere with a Switch community, and that's because he's going after a global English language physical collection for the Switch, so he picks up a crazy amount of games. He even, and this isn't sponsored or anything, but I just want to give him kind of a, a shout out, just launched Premium Edition games. It's the latest limited physical release company where they have put out so far, I think it was Super Blood Hockey and then also the Pigeon Dev Games collection. If physical's your thing, I have linked all this info and good stuff down below in the pinned comments. Another quick one now, but visual novel fans, If My Heart Had Wings has a real nice 40% off at the moment. On sale for most of the month though, it's a fun little coming of age story as they basically revive what's known as the school's soaring club, so they can basically fly amongst the clouds. We've just kind of returned to our hometown. It's just kind of like, getting our friends together, all that good stuff. Typical visual novel, meaning a whole lot of text, very little gameplay, but it has a good heart, and it released to like some really great reviews. It is a visual novel I picked up myself as well, and that is kind of a rare thing. Before our second winner then, I just quickly want to revisit 3 big games that are on sale right now that I did cover in the last couple of weeks, but they're finally coming to an end, so if you were interested, now might be the time to jump on them before you do miss out. We have Trails of Cold Steel 3, my personal favourite game of 2020, just a masterful JRPG that I believe any fan of the genre should be checking out. It's 33% off. Risk of Rain 2 is probably the most requested in the comments right now, and I did feature it last week, but it is a super fun third-person, like multiplayer roguelite. You're basically attempting just to survive an alien planet. It's a smaller discount, but 20% off, it's still nothing to, complain about. And then finally, Crysis Remastered has about a week left, but it's a beast of a game, and one of the best first-person shooters, no question, on the Nintendo Switch, so it's well worth a look with this 40% off. I'm curious to see how often we see Crysis on sale, but this being the first time, it could be a bit of a wait till we see it again. Our second winner of the week then, before our final game of the week, but this code it's going to Gal Barak, who can't wait to play Immortals Phoenix Rising, noting it was on sale so close to release. Sadly, when it did drop, it seems sales they weren't too good, and that's a shame because I thought it was an amazing game and the Switch port was absolutely solid. Then it even has cross save and cross progression as well, so it's a very cool feature. I'd love to see that being used more often. Drop me an email though to claim your code, Gal, and everyone else, as always, leave that comment down below to be in with a chance of winning in next week's video. So our final game of the week then, it's a UK, EU, Australian exclusive, and that is Puyo Tetris 2, a game I picked up on release. It's already discounted now with 30% off, and puzzle fans, it's an absolute must buy. It's the same as the original, honestly, it blends together the two now, like classic puzzle like experiences. If you prefer one or the other, you can just play one. I'm more of a Tetris guy myself, but I just loved the story mode here. It's simple stuff, but it forces you to play both game modes, and I had a blast with it. And then it even has a ton of online modes as well. It doesn't go too far, ahead of what the first game offered, but this could definitely keep you entertained for years to come if you do find that addiction. While it may not be available digitally then in the US or Canada, do check out Amazon, Best Buy and Walmart in the US, where the physical it does have 25% off. Sadly, I couldn't find any, real deals for my friends over in Canada. And that's it, another week down, a much quicker week than, normal, but it's been nice to get a break, see a break, honestly. I think we all need it as we get to work on those backlogs we've built up over the last year. I'm wrapping up Age of Calamity right now myself, which is so much better than I ever expected. If you're not picking anything up this week though, do let me know what you'll be spending your time on the Switch in the comments down below. With that then, a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. Helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. If you do want to check that out for yourself, I have linked it in the video description down below. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.